Imagine if we can reduce the energy requirement for buildings in the next generation to a sixth or an eighth of the current levels. That would solve a lot of problems. The Clementine project is an affordable housing project in Ottawa. It is being designed to the Passive House standard, which is an international energy efficiency standard. I'm Anthony Leaning, and I want to be part of a revolution in building in North America. We have in Ottawa Salas an inspirational client.
Ottawa Salas is currently building a 42-unit apartment building that will provide housing and supports on site for people who are living with a severe and persistent mental illness. Several of those people will have had experiences of living on the street, some for many years, and it will be the first home they've had in a long time. Ottawa Salas is a supportive housing agency. The mottos for Salas are where hope finds a home, or là où l'avenir trouve un chez soi, meaning where the future finds a home.
Passive House is quite new in North America and very new in Canada. There are very few buildings that have been built, and so far most of them have been single-family homes. There's been one or two industrial buildings, but for multi-family apartment buildings, this is a first.
This was an opportunity to show that affordable housing can lead the way when it comes to energy efficiency.
What we could see is a complete revolution in the way buildings are built and have a tremendous impact on the environment, on energy production, on the economy of the country, and at the same time create homes and working spaces that work much better for the occupants.
One of the benefits of building to Passive House standards is that the investment that we put in up front, over time, our payback will be extraordinary.
With this building, we have calculated that the annual cost for heating and cooling for a single unit is going to be about $30 a year. Over the whole of the 42 units, that's about the same as the average Canadian home. Passive House design uses simple and available technology. It's not high-tech, it's not complicated, and the idea is to actually reduce dependence on technology. Do more things passively with the building, and if you do all those things right, then the technology becomes a very small part of the whole picture. And that's why it's called Passive House.
To build a passive house, you need high levels of insulation. To go outside in a cold day, you need your big fur coat. It's the same thing.
The insulation that's used is a very high-performance foam insulation. Very intensive energy modeling of the building with software has been done in order to determine how much insulation this building needs in order to meet the standard we're trying to hit. There's a lot of science behind this. These big dumb panels are actually infused with lots of know-how and lots of experience.
You need very high levels of airtightness. You need to zip your coat all the way up.
All of these tapes are sealing up joints, and here, every time we put a fastener through the wall, we can't just drill a hole. We actually have to put a sealing tape around it, which ensures that when these screws go from the outside insulated panel and are attached to the side of the frame, there's no chance of air or moisture moving through those screw holes. That's unusual. This is exactly the type of thing that we'll do to make it the most airtight building in Canada.
You need high-performance windows and doors. Continuous ventilation.
Fresh air comes in to replace the stale air leaving the building, and we're going to recover all of that heat from that air. There's a very sophisticated piece of equipment called a heat recovery ventilator unit that transfers the heat or the cooling from one side to the other. And that's a key part of the efficiency, and that's the single technological components to the building. Almost everything else is passive. That's not a passive part, that's an active part. This project isn't just good for Salus and the residents that live there, but this demonstrates something that would be useful for everyone. We could be doing this right across the industry.
Environmental sustainability is completely achievable. If we can do it, who can't?
The Clementine Passive House project is disruptive because it's going to change the way we construct homes and buildings in this country. I'm Anthony Leaning. I'm disrupting design by being part of a revolution in sustainable design in Canada.